Good morning. Now I will be teaching you animal cell culture. Welcome to the first lecture of animal cell biology, animal biotechnology. Here are these some pictures dictating the work in animal biotechnology. Now, what is animal tissue culture? What is tissue culture? Tissue culture is the general term used for removal of cells, tissues or organs from an animal or a plant and its subsequent placement in artificial environment which induces the growth of that particular tissue, cell or organs. That is tissue culture. In tissue culture, we grow cells, tissues and organs in artificial environment and give them specific nutrient and growth factors required for growth of an organism, cells or tissue, whatever you are using as an explant. So this artificial environment usually consists of suitable glass or a plastic vessel containing liquid or semi-solid medium. Like we grow bacterial cells in a lab onto the nutrient agar plate, we use semi-solid medium. For tissue culture, the vessel used is either of glass or a treated plastic containing either liquid or semi-solid medium. Now this choice of medium depends on the type of cell you are going to culture, and those nutrient medium supply essential nutrients necessary for survival of cells or propagation of cells or tissues or organs. These are the major developments in cell culture technology. The first development is use of antibiotics, because if you are growing cells in culture vessel, these are cells or tissues, they are prone to infection or say prone to contaminants. So to prevent the growth of contaminants, the first development that was the use of antibiotics to inhibit growth of contaminants. Second was the use of trypsin. Trypsin is enzyme, proteolytic enzyme, which digest particular proteins to remove adherent cells to subculture further from the culture vessel. And the third is use of chemically defined culture medium. Chemically defined culture medium, that is each and every ingredient you are adding into the medium is of known concentration. So in future you can determine that this much concentration, suppose 1 milligram of particular protein or growth factor you have added into the culture, how it responds in growth of culture. And why is cell culture used for? Cell cultures are used either as model systems for studying different interactions between the cells extracted from, say, infective organs or tumors, interaction between disease causing agents and cells, effects of drugs onto the cells, process and triggering of aging and nutritional studies. Then second is toxicity testing. The culture is developed into the laboratory in a culture vessel and different drugs are used for seeing their studying mechanism of action of drugs, how the drugs interact with the cell and how cells respond to that particular drug. Then the third one is cancer research. Study the function of various chemicals, viruses and radiations to convert normal cultured cell to cancerous cells. Study of virology, that is cultivation of viruses for vaccine production, also used for study of their infectious cycle. You might be knowing that viruses, they have specific host like Lambda phages, they infect E. coli. Same way there are some viruses which infect particular animal cells. Say for example nowadays COVID-19. Okay, so this COVID-19 is infecting humans. Okay, animal host. COVID-19s have animal host. Same way retroviruses or HIV virus, they infect humans. So how the animal cell cultures are developed into the laboratories in a flask, and the viruses are allowed to infect to the particular cell line and their growth mechanisms are studied, or they are used for vaccine preparation. Viruses are allowed to grow into the cells are allowed to lyse, and then the phage particles are collected. Those phages are mutated, or say their toxicity is removed, and then they are used for vaccine productions. Then genetic engineering, the production of commercial proteins, large scale production of viruses for use in vaccine production, for example polio, rabies, chickenpox, hepatitis B and measles. Then animal cell cultures are also used for gene therapy. Gene therapy, it is a therapy which is used for complementing or say replacing a mutated form of gene with the functional gene. Cells having a functional gene can be replaced with the cells which are having non-functional genes. So here specific gene can be studied using animal cell cultures. These are the tissue culture applications described in this particular diagram. Cell products, then immunology, genomics, tissue engineering, toxicology, cell-cell interaction, pharmacology, intracellular flux and intracellular activities. These are the different tissue culture fields of applications. These are the advantages of tissue culture: physico-chemical environment, physiological conditions, microenvironment, the regulation of matrix, cell-cell interaction and gaseous diffusion, then cell line homogeneity, availability of selective media allowed the growth of homogeneous cells into the culture. Then characterization, cell lines are used for characterization. Cytology and immune testings are easily performed using the cell lines. The cell lines can be stored for years and years in liquid nitrogen and provided to different, say, wherever required, to the different laboratories by culture cell banks for different experiments. Then the types of tissue culture. Now here we are discussing animal tissue culture. In animal tissue culture, the explant used is either piece of tissue or an organ, and such pieces of tissue and organs, they are allowed to grow in these flasks, which are known as tea flasks, or onto the cover slips. Okay, now the basic difference in plant and animal tissue culture is all the plant cells, they are totipotent. That is, if you are using a small piece of plant, explant, any part of plant, you can use it as explant, you can generate whole organism or whole plantlet. All animal cells, on the contrary, are not totipotent. Okay, all the animal cells are not totipotent. They are multipotent. That is, they cannot form whole organism as such, but they can form an organ if specific growth factors and nutrients are provided. The culture conditions are proper for the growth of organ. So here in animal tissue culture, mostly the liquid medium is used. Okay. This is the tea flask which is used for growth of organism, and these are the cover slip or say the discs which are used. Over the discs or cover slip, a piece of tissue is placed, and this tissue is at gas liquid interface, so that there is exchange of oxygen from the cells or say tissues. The cells from the piece of tissue, they migrate and they form a monolayer. Cells migrate from the piece of tissue and then they form a monolayer. Once the monolayer is formed, these cells which have formed monolayer, they are separated using trypsin and transferred to new culture flask. In an organ culture, the organ is placed onto the disc. In explant culture, any tissue or piece of tissue is placed in this tea flask. Then the dissociated cell culture. Here, the pieces of tissues, they are used for, they are suspended into liquid medium. The rod which we can see in this tank, this rotates, and the rotation of this rod permits disaggregation of cells. From these pieces of tissues which you can see, single cells, they are released, they are disaggregated, then they form a monolayer in this tea flask. Organotypic culture. Here, hollow fibers or a matrix, particular matrix is used, which resembles the growth of organ or say piece of tissue as like in vivo. Now, in vivo means the culture which are similar to the body of particular organism. And in vitro is the growth of the cells inside the glass or say in artificial environment. So here the matrix is used or fibers are used in organotypic culture for the growth of cells so that it mimics in vivo culture conditions. Here in organotypic culture, different cells co-cultured with or without matrix, organotypic structure is created. These are the properties of different types of cell cultures. Organ culture, explant culture and cell culture. Now, cell